in rehab, the whole experience was so phenomenally unreal. It was surreal. So I had a sense of being there, but also a tremendous sense of dissociation, which, you know, gave me the capacity to really observe what was going on. I mean, it was just so weird. I'd had a hysterectomy 2 weeks before I went in, so I landed in the men's ward with these hysterectomy scars, trying to pass as a guy in a frankly terrifying environment of raucous and criminal men, of whom I was one. So um, being able to sort of watch it and observe it, as well as just be devastated by it, gave me the desire to write about it, because even at the time I knew, like, this is crazy. This is really freaking weird that I'm here, for a number of reasons. And I also want to say before I forget that the reasons for my relapse were complicated, but they were complicated by my transness. I had well, not undiagnosed, but undertreated PTSD, which I really didn't understand the impact of until I got to treatment. And they told me essentially that I would be doomed to fail at sobriety until I addressed it. So I had a lot of gender trauma and stuff that I think most trans people can relate to. But I think this story is not just for transgender people. It's not just for drug addicts. Although there are a lot of us out there, it's it's really the story of being in your head and experience this dark night of the soul, like deeply catastrophic. Everything's gone, and that way it's almost it was for my little life mythic. And I think we all have experienced that, of being in a situation that we participated and even initiated, that is so confounding to us. How did I get here? How did this happen again? What am I going to do? Those are all happening at the same time as I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to sound like I'm standing to pee, because I don't? And how am how am I going to explain the fact that I have like three facial hairs? And so there was all this like hypervigilance. And anyway, I'm going to read to you because I could go on and on about this, but I think it's an important book because I'm willing to talk about stuff that people aren't always, and people cannot, because it's not safe for them to talk about.